TikTok, my fellow crazies, the final countdown of 2024 has officially begun. And while most people are going to tell themselves the lie that they're going to wait until the new year to really start their transformation, to focus on their goals, to go all in, to get really serious about the thing, this is not how we roll around here. We prime ourselves for our manifestation so things happen faster and easier and a much more potent and powerful force that can ever be imagined. So I am going to teach you my 333 method that literally reconstructed my reality. But first, we need to talk about grapes. Yes, grapes. And this could be one of my bad analogies, but I feel like this one could hit. So you don't create an exceptional harvest by waiting until harvest season. You have to prime the vines. You prepare the soil. You set up the conditions for abundance. You protect the vines. You do all of these things long before that first bud appears. And with less than 30 days left in the year, that's exactly what we're about to do with your reality. So this isn't another just write it down and hope and vision board for your manifestations. This is about rewiring your entire energetic field through three precise practices, three exact alignments, and three quantum accelerators that will collapse the time between where you are now and where you're meant to be. What up, my people, my posse, my fellow crazies? It's your host, Tiffany Carter, and this is the show that is going to help you grow your business, your bank account, that big, beautiful brain of yours, your abundance, your relationships, and everything in between. Now, what I'm going to share with you today is something that I created in order to keep my procrastinating, overthinking, overanalyzing ass in alignment with the universe, in alignment with my manifestations. Basically, keeping me in the abundant zone. If something is too complex and I feel like I have to do all these different things, and now it's like a 4 hour morning routine and it's not realistic, I might do it for a little while, but it never quite sticks for me. And I've actually never shared this method aside from with some of my private clients and some close friends ever before because I kind of almost minimized it, like the power of it, because it's so simple. It's like no one's going to be like that impressed or feel like it was that much value because it's so simple. But then I was using it the other day because I use this all the time. And I looked around here at the beach house and I went, truly, everything I have, everything I've manifested from the physical to the feelings to even health to friendships to support to opportunities to the cash in the bank to how I operate throughout my day is all as a result of this 333 method. Now, I need you to bear with me. I don't feel like I can speak properly today. I don't know what's going on with me. I feel very tongue tied, and you're just going to have to go with it. So I might make up words, I might slur my words. I assure you, I am completely sober for this episode. I am just a little unwell in the mind today. Okay. We're doing the best that we can over here. And that's all you have to do. And I want you to know this going into learning this method. And when you apply it, throw out all this other bullshit that you hear about manifestation and even prayer, that you have to be always in the energy of gratitude and you always have to be feeling so grounded and rooted and that you can't have any fear going on and you need to feel like you're in this abundant space. That's not realistic. That would be like someone who is a fitness coach telling you, hey, if you're not going to like run sprints and do burpees every day, like you're not going to be able to lose the weight. It's just not true. There has to be room for you to customize things that work with your lifestyle, that work with your personality. Otherwise, if you don't find this to be a fun, delightful practice to do, if you don't find it therapeutic, you're not going to get addicted to doing it every day, and therefore it's not going to work. So please feel free to make this your own. I'm simply giving you a template that's worked for me, or you can borrow the whole thing. I'm freely sharing this. First, you need to know we are in the final hours right now of my biggest Black Friday sale of all time. So, this is your absolute last chance to join my Project Me Posse business and money coaching membership this year. That's it. Bing, bing, boom, done deal. You are getting over $2,800 of free money making bonuses. You are also getting my In the Abundance Zone guided journal and planner. It's 90 days to get to your manifestations. Okay. I'm showing it over here on Project Me TV on YouTube. There's really cool coloring pages. This is meant for you to have your morning beverage and keep you in line with doing this 333 method every day and have fun while doing it and make it part of your daily practice. You're also getting my brand new abundance shower and abundance bath meditations on top of my content creation made easy course bundle. You're getting my launching masterclass. So you know exactly how to launch anything, and you even get a launch calendar, your ideal client multiplier to be able to attract thousands of ideal clients to you. And they all come with worksheets. These are insane. Normally, I would only give bonuses at this level for like one of my big programs that cost thousands of dollars. And this I'm giving to you for very, very special Black Friday that I might not ever do again. The annual membership, you get 2 months off. That would make this only $2 a day. There's also a month to month option, and you get $50 off the first month. Go run, pause the episode, get in here, go to projectmewithtiffany.com/Black Friday 24. Do not wait. This membership is capped at an intimate size so that I can, in integrity, refer to it as a group coaching membership program. So you need to make sure you go get in. And if you go to the page and it says membership is full, I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do. We can't add any more spots at this time. What's so interesting about the 333 method is it wasn't like I was trying to fit this into the number three. Like I was doing this without it having a name for 15 years now. Okay. And when I sat here to break this down and what it is that I do, it came out to threes, which I started laughing. And it's not surprising to me because of the significance of the number three of the spiritual meeting in many cultures. So the number three is divine connection. It represents the Trinity in Christianity. It symbolizes three aspects of divinity in many traditions. It connects heaven, earth, and humanity in the three realms of existence, life cycles, birth, life, and death, past, present, future, mind, body, spirit, beginning, middle, and end. In the creative world, three represents the expression of divine creation, perfect balance and harmony, the union of masculine and feminine, creating something new, manifestation principle of thought, word, and action, all coming together, third eye intuition. I can keep going on. Sacred geometry, like the number three is incredibly potent. You're going to apply this 333 method to the vision that you are wanting to call into your life, I would say over the next 90-day period. That's why I made my In the Abundance Zone guided planner and journal 90 days. So focus on that because things will happen. New stuff will pop into your mind. You'll get an idea. Some things will manifest. And I want you to be able to have room to shape and move things around. So focus on that. And what you're going to do upon waking every single morning, and you can do this instead of scrolling or checking your email, is I want you to visualize the life that you want, the goal that you have in mind in vivid detail for 3 minutes. The life you want, the lifestyle you want, the cash you're making, the business that you want, the people you are helping, how you feel, where you're waking up, what the bedroom looks like, what your day looks like, what you feel like when you look in the mirror, energy wise, even what you feel like. in as much detail as possible. And anyone can do anything for 3 minutes. Okay. Like even on my most lazy days, even when I'm sick, you can lay there, even if if you're a snoozer, and let me know if you're a snoozer. I can't help it. I know it's not good for you, but I'm a snoozer. I have like 3 alarms set because I'm not a morning person. And I will lay there in between snoozes because that time period is about 3 minutes. And I will sit here and do that. So you might need to set a timer on your phone. And that's all you have to do. I want it to be potent. Think of it like a mental sprint, right? I mean, get as like you're being dropped into the most colorful, vibrant coloring book with every single detail, even if it's like exaggerated like a cartoon, where there's waterfalls and you can have it look however you want, whatever feels so good to you. There are no rules around it, but I want it to be as detailed as possible and you to sink in that feeling. And when intrusive thoughts come in, you should get up now. This is boring. I don't want to do this another day. I can just do this later. You have to discipline yourself. No, we're doing this now. It's just 3 minutes. 3 minutes to be in this delightful state. And that's exactly how I ended up in this beach house and why each beach house I move into subsequently, and I've had 3 now, they get better and better and better. And that's why I'm saying just focus on the next 90 days. Sometimes when we go too far ahead into the future, it can become too overwhelming for us. There's too many moving parts. It feels like those manifestations are too far away and it just fucks with you. All we have to look at is 90 days. So 90 days from now, what are we? December, January through February. So basically like end of February, early March is where you are, depending on when you're listening to this episode. Then I want you to do 3 reasons why this is absolutely happening for you, why this is manifesting into your existence, why this is available. You are stacking evidence of why this is an absolute done deal. I would ideally prefer you write it down and you join my ProjectME Posse business and money coaching membership right now. Obviously, you get my brand new journal, and this is the perfect place to write it down. We also made a really fun sticker sheet for you to go along with it because who doesn't love stickers? This is why we have coloring pages and all sorts of things in this journal because we get to have fun too. We might be adults, but our inner children deserve to be completely delighted because that only puts us in the energy of abundance. So I understand not every day is realistic always to sit there and write something down, although you can discipline yourself to do that. But you need to at least then think these, state these out loud. Okay. Why is this absolutely happening for you? And I'm just going to give you examples of like how this beach house happened. So I said to myself, this is absolutely available and happening for me because I know there is an inventory out there. I see all the other people who have done it. How couldn't it be possible for me? I have had this vision and I've had this dream since I was a teenager to have a beach house, and it's never left me. So I wouldn't have had this vision if it didn't exist in the universe's bank account for me somewhere. So there's one reason. Another one is I show up and I do the necessary work and the necessary actions in order to get the things I want in life. I'm not a lazy manifester. I'm not an entitled person. I am a co-creator with the universe and I proudly show up consistently for it. And therefore, because I do that, I get whatever I manifest. I am a master manifester. And then I would say another one that I said regularly, because I did these all the time, was if I can see it, if I can envision it, therefore it exists, and therefore it is possible for me. That is all the evidence that I need, that I know I can have it, is that I can dream it and I can see it, and therefore it must be for me. So they don't have to sound exactly like that. Keep in mind, I've been doing this a long time. For some things that I have, I am more practical. Like when it comes to reaching the next level of people with my podcast. I'll go, well, I already reached millions of people now. So if I can already reach millions, I can reach tens of millions. So I'm more practical with the numbers. I'm more mathematical about it. So like I said earlier, there's no direct hard rule. You can use this as a template and morph it, but I would keep the power with the number 3. 3 reasons why, without a doubt, this is happening for you. And they don't have to be the same every day. In fact, I would challenge you to find other pieces of evidence. It could be because I'm a boss. It could be because, you know what? I'm a fucking great person. And good things do happen to good people. It doesn't need to be some whole like complex equation, or it can be if that feels good to you on that day. Then the final 3 in the triad. What are 3 actions you are taking today that are in the energy of the manifestation that you want, of the life that you're calling in? And what I mean by 3 actions are, what are actions that your abundant self is going to take, that next level version of you, the version of you who already has the thing? What is it she does? What is it he needs to do? Who do you need to become to be a match for that? Do you need to be a more disciplined person? Do you need to be someone who invests in yourself and shows up? Do you need to be someone who commits to a year in the posse and joins for a year because you are making that clear, concrete commitment to yourself and to the universe that I'm not in here just for some quick hit. I'm in here for the long run. And I know that this is going to take time and it's compound interest. And I'm going to invest in myself and trust in the universe's divine timing. And it only gets to be better and better and get bigger and bigger. And so it is. What are those actions? Am I going to prioritize my health and make sure that I go on an abundance walk this morning? Is one of my actions going to be, I don't know, maybe working on pieces of content for my business and putting them out there and not waiting for it to be perfect or waiting to be in my best energy in order to put it out. I'm going to do it and trust that it's more than enough because I have to get the 3 things done. It's non-negotiable. I am having such a hard time even talking right now that I'm an example. I could easily have said, I had to record the intro of this, which is rare for me, 5 times over again. I could easily have said, you know what? I am not well. I am not making sense. My tongue and my mouth are not working. I don't know what's going on. I can do this tomorrow. I can do this another time. No, I'm trusting that this is more than enough. And you guys need to see that you don't need to be perfect in order for you to impact people, in order for you to help people, in order for you to do the things. That's part of why you're here, is because you know my ass is messy. And I would rather the shit be done and it's done with passion and with a genuine heart and I don't sound perfect, like fuck perfect. And that's not always easy to do because our egos get in the way. But that is me being in an action and alignment of who I need to be for me to go to another level. Is I have to be willing to not be perfect. I have to be willing for it to be messy sometimes. I have to be willing to trust in myself and trust in my intuition that what I'm putting out at any given moment in time is more than enough and it's going to be received by the people who it's supposed to be received by. So what are those 3 actions? I ideally want to see those written down. I would love for you to use my In the Abundance Zone guided journal for that. You can use a Post-it note. It is so freaking rewarding. I mean, I'm also a Virgo, so I love these things. But when you just have those 3 things down and you cross each one off, it starts building a sense of self-trust. It starts building a momentum of self-empowerment. Like, I can do it. I show up for myself. I show up for my dreams. I show up for my manifestations. Look, I did these things. Now, some of you are going to be tempted to put 25 things on the list. I would say, let's not do this. This is your list of three. If you have to have a separate list of shit you need from the grocery store and errands you have to run and other crap you have to do for the kids, put it on a separate list because this manifestation list is precious. This is the gold. This is what is going to absolutely change your life. And I'm going to give you some other prompts that I really want you to sink your brain into. Instead of overthinking, instead of overanalyzing and obsessing over what someone might do or say, or what happened last week with something with a client, I would rather you answer these questions in your head and get yourself out of some other loop of obsessing over some person, place, or thing. Here's an example. What is one word I want to embody over this next 90 days? What is one word I want to embody over the next 90 days? And why does this word resonate with me right now? That's a really fun one. And what is coming up immediately? And then really go, why is that resonating so much with me right now? Okay. What is the season of life that I'm in? What's the season of life like I'm going into? And how can I best honor myself in this season of abundance? What does my higher self want me to know right now? That's a beautiful one to put out there. Put out there a few times and it'll come back to you because that'll help give you direction. What story am I telling myself that needs to be rewritten for this season of abundance? And something that we do that is so cool inside the posse is every single month, and we're doing the December one this week, is we have a special abundance and manifestation experience in there. And it is designed to get you out of scarcity, get you out of fear, get you out of self-doubt, and absolutely put you in the abundance zone. It's everyone's favorite thing that we do. Of course, all the strategy on how to go from 0 to 15,000 consistent months online, all of that is in there. We cover all of that too. But strategy alone is not going to get you there. You have to be able to get yourself into the energy of abundance and your brain to lock in on the thing that you want and believe that it's possible for you and really sink into it in order for it to happen. You can't out strategize a compromised mindset. It's just not going to work. Just like you're not going to be able to grow incredible grapes to make incredible wine in soil that has not been tended to in shitty conditions. You have to make sure you're intentional with these conditions and do things in order to manipulate the conditions. Manipulation is not always a bad word. I want you to manipulate things in your advantage so that your manifestations can grow an abundant harvest. And that's what you're doing with this 333 method. And it's so simple. And it really has been responsible for everything that I have created in my entire life, broken down in that way. It gets to be simple. It gets to be fun. It gets to be easy. And it gets to be you. You get to have this happen. It's not just other people you look at and it's like, wow, they got to have that. She got to have that. Wow, they're so lucky. You get to deem yourself as now is your season of abundance without a doubt. It is your season. Claim it right now as you're listening to this. You can also go grab my Season of Abundance guided walking meditation series. If you've not done that, I would go grab it. It's a free gift for you. It's inside my show notes when you swipe up. It is also at the top of my page on Instagram and TikTok at Project Me with Tiffany, here in the description on Project Me TV on YouTube as well. And that's where you can also access the Black Friday sales page. And there's only a few hours left. So it might already be completely sold out by the time that I am actually saying this in this podcast episode. So go run in there. This is your move. This is one of your actions. Determine right now, not in January, not in February, not December 28th, but right now, this is going to be the most abundant season of my life. And so it is. Wishing you great health, wealth, and worth as always. Love you.